Okay, and let's get some opening music here while we're waiting for the stream. Can you hear that?
I
It's a
can.
very, very classy show. We are streaming on everything except YouTube. Crawford, they always, there we are. I can't say anything bad. Okay, dance with me. We got rhythm. I want to dance with you. I am dancing with you.
Happy
Happy
birthday.
birthday.
It's your day.
Someone's day, not
We're
mine.
celebrating you in this special
Such a special way.
Party shine,
Shine,
laugh and smile.
smile.
We're celebrating you in style.
Ba, 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 da, ba, 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 da, ba, da, ba, 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 da, 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 da. I'm going to give the Suno Orchestra a break. I'm Bonnie D here with he's my new best friend. Everybody who comes on HB2U is my new best friend. His name is Crawford O. Owens, Owens. Crawford, I'm delighted. I met you on my Technology Revolution show recently, and I said, hey, come and do the birthday show with me. So why don't you just take a minute or two and tell everybody who you are and what you do? Go ahead.
Hey, I'm Crawford Owens, and thanks for having me back on, Bonnie. Really enjoyed the tech show that we did a few weeks ago.
Glad.
I'm Crawford Owens. I'm a professional in the SAP consulting ranks. I work for a company that's out called Alpha Oak. Alpha Oak, I'm the chief sales officer there. We are a boutique and excellent SAP integration company. We're here to help people solve their gaps in asset management with SAP. Interesting thing is, Bonnie was commenting about my dancing. My parents were quite the dancers, and I learned a few steps from them when I was younger. So, I kind of hang in with the disco music there a little bit, not to age
Aw.
myself too badly.
We're not going to ask you to stand on the desk and show us your footwork, but
Oh
I
no, you
can't
don't
do
want that.
mine either. No, no, but another place, another time. Thank you so much. So I'm going to officially open the show. It's time to cheer, to toast, to woo. It's November 11th. Happy birthday to you and you and you. Bonnie D on her scarlet mic dishing glam and sass with a vintage spike. I'm not the vintage. It's the sass and the glam that are vintage. And look who's here with a velvet roar. It's Crawford O, my guest host du jour. We're naming names in the birthday game from Hollywood Heights to YouTube fame, plus wacky holidays and music history gold. Get ready, darlings. The fun is set to unfold. So grab your party hat. Do you have a party hat, Crawford? I didn't ask you to bring one.
I don't have one today.
I'm going to just stick one on here just for a second. That's that temporary hat. Grab your party hat and let the champagne pour. Well, let the champagne pour. It's 12:17 p.m. here where I am. Was it 11:17 in the morning for you there?
Yeah, yes, it
Okay.
is.
Is it time for champagne? Mimosa. We can do mimosas. Okay, let the champagne pour. HB2U, we got to be creative, is lighting up November 11th with glam and bam and so much more. Okay, let's get started. We're going to kick this party off with events in music history. And neither Crawford nor I was alive when this woman was born, but I had to put her into the music history. 1929 on this day. R&B singer Laverne Baker was born in Chicago. Anybody of you remember early rock and roll, early R&B? She had a couple of hits called Tweedledee, Tweedledee Dee, and Jim, hey, Jam Dandy to the rescue. I won't try to sing anymore. I'll ruin the show. And I cried a tear. I'm sorry, Laverne, but she was born today in memoriam. Happy birthday, Laverne Baker. Crawford, what you got next?
1944, Old Blue Eyes, Frank Sinatra, boy singer for Harry James and the Tommy Dorsey bands, signs on Columbia Records as a solo recording artist.
Wow,
So Old Blue Eyes today,
1944.
1944.
Chairman of the board is what he was called later on, wasn't he? Well, let's
Yep.
move ahead. 1958, we're doing a scoot of 14 years later. Hank Ballard and the Midnighters recorded The Twist. It was not a great big hit for them, but along came Chubby Checker, whose real name I believe was Ernest Evans, and he just made it into a global sensation. I always got a kick out of when I was a band a band CEO and drummer for a Motown band when I was living in Durham a couple of years ago, Crawford. And once in a while we'd sneak in we'd do the twist, and you had to see these seniors trying to twist, and you'd look at the hips and you'd say, do we have an ambulance waiting outside? I'm sorry, that was really cruel. Anyway, the twist, Chubby Checker took it over from Hank Ballard. You go ahead. What's 1961? You got the next one.
Joan Baez. Joan Baez plays her first major headlining concert, sold out at New York's Town Hall. Now, interesting thing I found out about Joan Baez, because I used to like her music when I was in college, and I looked her up. Did you know that she was raised Quaker for part of her young life?
No way.
Yeah, that's why she was such an activist and pacifist because of the influence. Found that out. It's
Interesting.
like that really, kind of freaked me out a little bit. I never seen anybody
I
famous that was a Quaker before. That was
I
pretty
bet
cool.
it freaked out her family too.
No, they were the whole family. The whole
Really?
family,
Well, the
yeah, when she
fact
was
that
young.
she went on to such fame and she
Yep.
had a platform for her pacifism and all that. Joan Baez.
Yeah.
Wow. Let's move on 3 years later to Tom Jones. He recorded It's Not Unusual. I'm not killing it too badly. It became an international hit. Today we say global instead of international after listen to this, an offshore pirate radio station called Radio Caroline or Carolyn promoted the song. It hit #1 in the UK and the top 10 in the US. It's not unusual. He's in his 80s now. I saw a picture of him.
Hmm.
Not recognizable anymore, but wow, what a star he was. And those hips, he was like, I think wasn't he from New Zealand, I think? He's not
I think
Australian. I
so.
think he's from New Zealand and he rivaled Elvis with the swiveling. We'll just leave
Yep.
that one.
That's where he got
Ooh,
his influence. Yep.
yeah, yeah. Okay, go ahead.
So in 1965, the Beatles pull an all-nighter at Abbey Road Studios and complete work on their Rubber Soul album, for You Won't See Me Girl, Wait, and I'm Looking Through You. So shout out to the Beatles, 1965.
Absolutely. In 1967, on Van Morrison's only appearance on American Bandstand, that was Dick Clark's ABC daytime show. I used to run home from school to watch American Bandstand. He lip synced Brown Eyed Girl. And funny story, the Beatles had another they took three music videos for a different song, I believe in the 70s, Crawford. It was on my show yesterday. And they put the videos together, and the BBC refused to show the videos because the Beatles were lip syncing in one of the videos, and the UK Musicians Union had just voted to not allow any lip syncing. So
Wow.
Ed Sullivan in the US played one of the cuts of the videos, and Paul McCartney edited and directed the videos. I thought was interesting. So they took three, made them into one, and the BBC said, "No, you're violating our musicians' contract. We can't do that." So there you go. Okay, rescue me. What's next?
John Lennon and Yoko Ono, 1968, released the album Unfinished Music #1, two versions with a cover photo of the pair, let's say a little less than dressed. Many record stores stock it in a brown paper wrapper so they could sell it on shelves. So
Did you
interesting.
did you buy it?
I didn't buy it, but everybody had a poster of the cover in college. That was pretty common. You saw it, everybody had that.
I never saw it, but I keep reading about it. 2 years later, in 1970, Elvis Presley's concert film, That's the Way It Is, opened to generally favorable reviews. Good for you, Elvis. Same day, something happened. What are you telling
Same
us?
day, 1970, Gene Chandler receives a gold record for his song Duke of Earl.
Do you remember the song?
I do remember this song. I was barely alive when this
Should
song
we
came
sing
out.
it together? Duke, Duke,
Duke,
Duke,
Duke,
Duke of
Duke of
Earl,
Earl,
Durl,
Duke.
Earl,
Yep.
Duke of Earl. Okay, we murdered that one. In 1976, Linda Ronstadt made her UK live debut at the Odeon in Hammersmith, London, and what a career she's had, Linda Ronstadt. She can't sing much anymore, but she certainly made her mark in the music world. Yes.
Absolutely. In 1978, one of my favorite singers, Donna Summer, her disco version of MacArthur Park goes #1 in America, a decade after it was #2 for Richard Harris in 1968. So that's the power of music. If it's a good song, it can breathe new life for a different generation.
Well, look at the
Shout out to
twist.
Donna Summer.
Hank Ballard tried the twist and Chubby
Yep.
Checker, but I have to tell you, I was a dancer and I was in a Disco Hawaii contest in Eugene, Oregon. I won't tell you the year, and my dance partner Michael and I chose Heaven Knows from the MacArthur Park Suite by Donna Summer.
Hmm.
And we
Hmm.
came in matching outfits. I had a black silk skirt that tied at the waist, a 360-degree circle wide open. And we had hammered silk blue shirts. I had one with little spaghetti straps, and he had one with puffy sleeves. Stop laughing. And we came in from opposite sides of the floor. Da, 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 da. He lifted me. I was 97 pounds at the time. He lifted me. He was tall and skinny. Former Arthur Murray teacher lifted me over his head, did the a triple spin over the head, Crawford, death drop to the floor, 6 inches above the floor, spun me right out of Saturday Night Fever. The skirt went out into a big circle, never touched the floor. That set me on my feet, and we did our act. We were number 3. We came in third. We didn't know that they allowed professionals in the contest, and the
Hmm.
woman who won owned a dance studio.
Wow.
No comment. So I have a great affinity. I was a Donna Summer girl. I loved, and by the way, you're one of the few people who said her name correctly. It was Donna Summer. The S is an apostrophe for possessive, but it wasn't Summers. Most people say Donna
Right.
Summers. No, it was
No.
Donna Summer.
Summer.
And she left
Hmm.
us wait. What a mark she made. Giorgio Moroder in the machine and all of the
Hmm.
background. And oh, I love she some of my favorite songs come from her discography. She works hard for the money and hot stuff. I always say I wasn't a streetwalker in San Francisco, but people call me hot stuff. Enough reminiscing about Donna Summer. You've got another one for us. What happened next?
Let's see. You had Donna Summer, then we have Michael Jackson. I actually think that's you, Michael Jackson,
Oh, it's me. You're right.
1991.
I
It's
was hopping
you.
on to yours. Michael Jackson's Wishes. Listen to this. 1991, a week before, he made a music video called Black or White.
Hmm.
And a memo circulated at MTV among the staff, and it said, "You better call him the King of Pop twice a week for the next 2 weeks before he appeared on MTV." Did you ever know about that? Do you think this was a good thing or a bad
I,
thing, or I don't
I
know?
don't know if they needed the memo because I don't think at that point in time in his career anybody doubted that. I mean,
Yeah,
he's still the top selling artist of all time.
yeah, 1991, he was already there. So, but you have to call him the King of Pop at least twice a week.
He made 600 million last year. He's not
Dead.
alive.
He's one of the highest earning non-living stars in the music world.
Correct.
Elvis is up there, Michael Jackson, there might be one or two others. Wow. Okay, that was mine. I'm sorry. You take the next one.
James Brown, 1993. He appears on The Simpsons in the episode Bart's Inner Child. I remember this episode.
Do
This is the
you
one
tell
where he
me about?
broke, he did the splits and broke the stage. He gets off the stage, is like, you guys didn't double bolt the stage?
I had a feeling you know that one. Okay,
Yeah,
good for James Brown. In
yeah, it was
1994,
interesting.
the next year, Christie's Auction House in New York City, first ever auction of rock memorabilia, including, wow, guitars from the Beach Boys, a stage outfit worn by Jimi Hendrix. I wonder what that looked like, and John Lennon's famous army fatigues. Wow. I don't have what they sold for, but I bet it was a lot of money. What do you think?
It was a lot of money.
Okay. Go
It was a lot of
ahead.
money. So in 1997, Tower Records and Green Day. So at New York City's Tower Records in store performance, Green Day trashed the store. I remember this when it happened. They trashed the store. They smashed up everything, instruments. They were pouring out beer, spraying windows. I mean, they really lived up to punk, the core punk ethos at the time. But the label did happily pay $50,000 for the damage, and Green Day kind of catapulted after that because they're on everybody's lips after that stunt in New York City Tower Records. So shout out to Green Day and
Um,
keeping it punk.
That missed my top 3 stories of the day in 1997. I didn't even know who Green Day was. All right, we'll just leave that alone. I was surprised. We've heard of other stars, other interesting stars, mostly singers, sometimes actors, trashing hotel rooms, but I've never heard of this. They spray painted the windows and poured beer on the CDs.
Yep.
Seriously. Wow. Well, that's a lot of punk. Let's leave that one alone. 1999 at the MTV Europe Music Awards in Dublin, Ireland, a mere teenager named Britney Spears won Best Female. She won Best Pop. She won Best Breakthrough Artist. And she won Best Songs for Baby One More Time. I'm not going to kill that one any worse. Imagine that. She was that popular. Did you know she had such a surge of popularity back in
Oh yeah.
1999? Wow.
Yeah. I mean, you heard a lot about during that time. I had younger cousins and they were into Britney. So I heard a lot about Britney Spears and whatnot during that time. It's just like I was older. I didn't see it, but it's like, it's great.
Yeah, she had a couple of marriages along the way, wasn't
Oh
she?
yeah.
Kevin Federline, that one didn't last too long, and what's his name? Yes, yes, we know who.
She
Anyway,
she enjoyed her fame.
she certainly did, and she's trying to make a comeback with her fame again. And
Yeah.
you've got the next one. What happened
Yeah,
in 2000?
2003 in Wiltshire, England. Pub owners awarded $40,000 in damages after suing Van Morrison for pulling out of a scheduled performance in summer 2002 at the last moment.
Wow, wow. That's 40,000 pounds. Is that more in dollars, do you think? Pounds more?
See,
It depends on,
40,000 back then it
yeah,
probably was. Now
yeah.
it's probably a little less because they
Okay,
pulled
the
away from the euro, so they might be a little less.
fluctuating exchange rate. Let's move to 2006. The Disney series, we got another teenager here. Disney series Hannah Montana. The soundtrack
Hmm.
goes to number one. Six songs made the Hot 100. And who was singing them? Miley Cyrus was 13 years old. I have to say, I didn't know much about her. I had nothing to do with Hannah Montana. I don't think my kids watched it. However, she has matured into quite the performer. And
Hmm.
there are some of her songs that was a couple years ago. What was it? Not You Don't Bring Me Flowers. That was Barbara Streisand and somebody from the Bee Gees. It's called Flowers is the name of the
Hmm.
song. I don't need you to buy me flowers and I can write my name in the sand. I played that on Alexa in my kitchen a couple of times and I cried. I mean, that's a song of independence, of being not in a relationship. And I saw her Wrecking Ball. I had on yesterday's show. She apparently accepted an award in where was it? In Spain or in Ireland for Wrecking Ball, and she was smoking something that's not legal in most places in the US, and she was smoking when she accepted the award, but they didn't have a ban on those kinds of shall we say unfiltered cigarettes, and she
Mm.
was able to get away with it, and she was still a teenager. So we'll leave that one alone. You've got one more to finish this round. Go ahead.
Sure do. 2008, 18-year-old Taylor Swift releases her second album, Fearless, sells 10 million plus copies in the US. Standout tracks included Love Story and You Belong With Me.
Do you believe we've talked about Taylor at 18, we've talked about Miley at 13, and we've talked about Britney somewhere in her teens, all making huge success as singers in the world?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, just oof, okay. I don't know
Yep.
what were we doing when we were
They
13 and
all have
14?
to, everyone has to start somewhere. Even Michael Jackson was 5 years old when he started, right?
That's right.
So
That's
they
right.
all,
Absolutely. Yep. Well, what were
everybody
you
starts
doing when
somewhere.
were you a star when you were 5 or 12 or
No,
14?
no, what was I doing at 5? Enjoying being a kid and taking judo lessons.
There you go. And at 7, I was taking classical piano lessons and horseback riding as the girls and the brownies, and yeah, and trying to get on the honor roll in school because Shelley and Anne were always number one and number two on the honor roll, and
Mhm.
I couldn't get past number three. Darn it. Okay, let's move to celebrity birthdays. Get out of the pity party here. That was mine, not yours. Leonardo DiCaprio is 51 today. What? Actor, film producer. As of 2019, his films have grossed, are you sitting down? 7.2 billion US dollars worldwide. He began his career in TV commercials. Another what? He achieved international stardom with the star-crossed romances Romeo and Juliet, 1996, and Titanic. Blockbuster, 1997, the world's highest grossing film at the time. But he didn't want to just have a romantic hero image, Crawford. So he
Mhm.
moved over to crime dramas. What? 2002, he starred in Catch Me If You Can and Gangs of New York. An interesting story. How did he get the name Leonardo, you ask? I know you want to know because I'm going to tell you. His pregnant mother was at the Uffizi Museum in Florence, Italy, looking at a painting by Leonardo da Vinci. And this little baby inside her kicked for the first time. And she said, "Oh, I think I'll name him Leonardo after the artist Leonardo da Vinci." Did you know
That's
that?
I did not know that, but that's a very cool way to get a name.
Yeah, or somebody made that story up to go along with his mother liked classical paintings. So, okay, go ahead.
Demi Moore, age 63 this day. She starred in such films as Ghost, Striptease, Disclosure, G.I. Jane, The Juror, The Scarlet Letter, and Indecent Proposal. I mean, I've seen every last one of those movies, liked each one of them.
Wow.
She became film's highest paid actress when she received 12.5 to star in Striptease in 96. And she was married to Bruce Willis between 87 and 2000 and Ashton Kutcher from 2005 to 2011. So shout out to Demi Moore, age 63.
She gets around. She does. Okay. Do you say Demi or Demi? I've heard it said both ways. Do you
I've
have
heard
a
it said both ways.
Yeah, okay. Anyway, I don't know what it was originally, but it's a cool name. Let's go to happy birthday to Stanley Tucci. He is 65 today. He's a character actor in the films he's been in: The Devil Wears Prada, The Terminal, Julia and Julia, Percy Jackson, Sea of Monsters, Transformers, Age of Extinction, The Hunger Games, the whole franchise, Beauty and the Beast, Burlesque, Easy A, and Conclave. He's still doing it. He played Dr. Kevin Moretti on ER. I didn't remember him because that's so long ago. I was
Hmm.
thinking about Juliana Margulies and Anthony Edwards and George Clooney, the heartthrob, and yes, all of those. He hosted the CNN food and travel documentary series, Stanley Tucci Searching for Italy, 2 years ago,
Hmm.
2021 to 22. And I didn't know this. He narrated the, oh, he has a good voice, narrated the audiobook, The One and Only Shrek!
That
Exclamation point. I was blowing a kiss in
I got
2008.
I got to say, Stanley Tucci is one of those guys that does not age. He
Yeah,
does not age. He was who's the other guy? Did American Bandstand.
Dick Clark,
Dick
the
Clark. He
America's
was like did not age.
America's
And
oldest
Stanley
teenager.
exactly. Stanley's the same way, and he's got impeccable fashion sense. That guy could write the book on how an older gentleman should dress.
We'll
Like his
tell him
style.
happy birthday, Stanley. You just
Happy
got a
birthday, Stanley.
thumbs up for your fashionista traits from Crawford. This is exciting. And you've got one more birthday for us.
Calista Flockhart, age 61 today. She's best known as the title character in Ally McBeal from 97 to 2002. She won a 98 Golden Globe Award, and she portrayed Kitty Walker on Brothers and Sisters from 2006 to 2011, and Cat Grant on Supergirl 2015 to 2021. And she's also appeared in The Birdcage in 96, Midsummer's Night's Dream in 99, Things You Can Just Tell by Looking at Her in 2000. She's been married to Harrison Ford, Han Solo himself, since 2010. And pre-fame, she worked as a waitress and aerobics instructor while seeking her auditions.
Happy birthday, Callista Flockhart. I never saw Ally McBeal. I don't know why. It didn't appeal to me. Just the concept. Should I go back and find it? Do you think I
Probably
would?
should. I watched the first season of it. Actually wasn't a bad show for the time.
Okay, for the time might be interesting. I watch mostly French detective shows, French language, where you can't, I speak decent French, but I have to look at the subtitles and I enjoy. And I'll tell you, when they offer some of my favorite series dubbed,
Mm.
I will not watch them because they pick the corniest US accent voices. And this person who had a wonderful mellifluous French accent, and every syllable, every quarter syllable just oozed with charm and personality. And they're saying, "Yes, I think the crime scene happened here." It's like, what happened to the personality? They don't do personality dubbing. I won't watch. So happy birthday to all of you. Let's go to some social media stars. I'm starting off with a young man, 36, I could say he's a young man. His name is Patrick Starr. He has three R's. I underline that. Starrr. He is 36, as I said. He has 4.8 million subscribers on YouTube and 4.3 million followers on Instagram. Crawford, I haven't figured out the difference. Some say subscribers, some say followers, some say fans. I see it all. But
Depends on
anyway,
the platform.
I guess it does. He's a YouTube beauty expert. He's very pretty, actually. I saw a picture of lots of lipstick and hair, and professional freelance makeup artist. And he's the founder and CEO of his own beauty brand, One capital ONE/size, capital SIZE. Happy birthday, Patrick Starr. Okay.
Nice. So let's flip to TikTok. Ian Boggs, 27, 24 million plus fans, and 18 plus million fans on YouTube. So that's his subscriber count. And then another 2.4 million on Instagram. So this is an actor likes to create movie-like videos from stories he writes scripts for himself, and he utilizes visual effects using live action footage with CGI or digital composting. He's a full-time student and photographer, took photos from other actors, content creators, and influencers, and they inspired him to begin creating his own content for social media. That's a great thing about, social media platform for a creative. You can pretty much do whatever you want. You have the world as your marketplace.
Absolutely. So he's got 24 million on TikTok. He's got
Hmm.
18 million on YouTube and
YouTube.
2.4 million on Instagram. And I've noticed this, Crawford, and in order to get on my show, they have to have at least 1.5 million either followers, subscribers, fans, whatever you call it, or views. They have to have at
Hmm.
least 1.5 million of something. And I've noticed that a lot of the really successful ones in social media are on multiple platforms with
Yes.
more than 1 million followers on each. Can you imagine? I had one who had over 1 billion views of something the other day. It,
Hmm.
I just, how? I'm sorry, just
Everyone's got a phone in their pocket and it's all connected to the internet these days. So it's
you're
not, I don't think it's too hard.
You're absolutely right. And let's go to a young lady named Sahit, Sahit. She is 29 today. She's just starting. She only has 1.7 million plus followers on Instagram. Well, that's nice. All right, Crawford, you might be blushing on this one. She has bikini photos and outfit photos, and sometimes she's standing in front of luxury vehicles. Apparently, this appeals to 1.7 million followers. She has her online company selling loungewear, jumpsuits. I guess they're making a comeback, and fake eyelashes. I don't know if jumpsuits and fake eyelashes go together. I'm sorry.
I'm getting
Her
kind of 70s disco vibe, but go ahead.
I think you're right. Her first tweet in 2013, which was 12 years ago, is called "Too Many Fake People I'm Cool with Just Clothes, Just My." Okay. Too many fake people. I'm cool with just my close circle. There you go. Oh,
Nice.
I'm sorry, Sahid. I really messed that up. I apologize. Happy birthday. You've got one more for us.
Now you got to help me with this one. So it's
Okay.
TikTok. Is it TRVP
Yes.
Andre or Trip Andre?
TRVP.
TRVP.
Yep.
TRVP Andre, 25 years old, 1.7 million fans on TikTok. He posts a mix of dance and lip sync videos. He's also posted prank and social experiment videos on YouTube. His prank video showing him texting song lyrics to his crush had 892,000 views since 2019.
Can
Wow.
you imagine? I have to do a happy birthday shout out to everybody. Let me make sure the volume is up. Let's see if we get an applause here. There we go. We got that. Okay. All right, kids. All right, calm down. Okay, calm down. Now we have two, I call these wacky holidays, but I don't think they're that wacky. We're going to start off with National Origami Day. Do you do origami? Do you practice it, Crawford?
I did when I was younger, as a kid. I did
What was your favorite origami shape to make?
uh, a duck or a chicken or a bird.
A crane? They talk
Hmm.
about cranes too.
Yeah,
Interesting.
I tried the crane and never could get it right. And the reason
Oh,
why was because of the very first Blade Runner movie with Harrison Ford.
really?
Yes, one of the detectives, Gaff, who was trying to catch the replicants along with Harrison's character, used to sit down in the office and make little origami characters and leave them behind. It's actually a linchpin for the movie. It's a very specific part of the movie and how it closes. But Edward James Olmos was the actor that played the guy doing the origami. It's a really cool movie. Anyway, we didn't want to talk about Blade Runner, but that's origami.
But that's okay. You have the coolest entertainment memory of most people I've talked to on this show. I'm enjoying this. You remember characters, you remember movies, you remember plots, you remember scenes, you remember locations, you remember. Thank you. This is great. Let me start this one off now. Origami finds a simplistic charm by requiring only one tool. That's right, kids. You don't need all kinds of things. It's just the paper. It's an intrinsically analytical and trigonometry-based activity that requires you to focus your attention and like to problem solve. It can feel like a logic problem or a brain teaser. However, its modern cousin called Kirigami, Kirigami, allows you to use, oh no, this is horrible, scissors and glue. Perish. I'm going to erase that from the, we don't want anybody to know that. Why don't you take us back to 105 AD, Crawford?
Right. So 105 AD, paper is invented in China, traditionally credited for the court official Kai Lun in 105 AD during the Eastern Han Dynasty. Now, archaeological evidence suggests that primitive paper made from hemp may have existed in China as early as the 2nd century BCE. Kai Lun's contribution was creating a new refined process for making paper.
Hmm.
He combined materials like mulberry bark, hemp, rags, and old fishing nets into a pulp and then pressed it into sheets, dried them, and that's how he made his paper. This became the standard for mass production. This invention made writing surfaces more portable than bamboo strips or silk, leading to a revolution in the spread of knowledge. The technique of papermaking spread from China to the Islamic world in the 8th century and eventually to Europe.
That's fascinating. Absolutely
Yeah.
fascinating. Well, let's move ahead to the 6th or 7th century. I guess they didn't write it down. I had to say that. Origami likely began in Japan, likely in the 6th or likely in the 7th century, shortly after who? The Buddhist monks. They brought paper from China. Well, we know that you've already documented from China. Paper folding started as a ceremonial practice for religious and Shinto rituals with formal folded ornaments used as gift wrapping and for ceremonies. I bet they were gorgeous. What do you think? I bet they
I
were
bet they
really
were. Yeah.
very intricate, probably. They had time, and they didn't need tools. So I don't know. When was the wheel invented? When was the stapler invented? When
Well, the
was
wheel
the
was around. I don't know about the stapler.
when was the
The wheel was
ruler?
there.
When was the sharp edge invented? You can crease the paper with it. Never mind. Okay, they just use their nails. Whoop. Okay, you've got the next one.
So the next is for the wealthy. Paper was a handmade product only available to wealthy families.
Hmm.
So in their correspondence, the writer would often include an intricately folded piece of paper with their letter. By using valuable paper as decoration, wealthy families showed their access to luxuries.
Ooh, and let's move ahead to slightly more modern time. 1603 to 1868, origami evolved into a pastime and an art form during the Edo period as paper became affordable and available to the masses. Origami became a regular feature of family ceremonies, including weddings and birthdays. And I think, don't you, some restaurants, well, they fold napkins. It looks like
Yeah,
origami into little, yeah, napkin
cruise
folding is
ships.
a different,
Cruise ships,
yeah,
your towels on the cruise
yeah.
ships. Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretend origami with soft materials. Okay,
Hmm.
but I digress.
So in 1797, the first book about origami, called Orakata at the time, is published as Haiden Sinabazuru Orikata, which translates directly to Secret to Folding 1,000 Cranes.
You are
That's
good with
crazy.
you are good with the pronunciations. Wow, most people say, "Help me pronounce it." I was just watching you syllable by syllable. Very, very well
Watched
done.
a lot of anime.
And we're moving ahead a century to 1880. The art of folding paper without instruments is renamed from orikata to origami, derived from two Japanese words, oru, O-R-U, meaning to fold, and kami, K-A-M-I, meaning paper. Isn't that interesting? So we finally
Mm.
got figured out how the name came from. Okay, next.
1980, Lillian Oppenheimer, 1898 to 92, 93 years old, was an origami pioneer who started doing origami in 1930 to entertain her daughter suffering from meningitis.
Oh,
In 1980, she created the Friends of the Origami Center of America, today called Origami USA, which led to origami societies in about 30 different countries.
wow, good for her. Yes, she's very well known about this. And let me just tell you, there is something called World Origami Days. It's a global celebration of origami. They have online events, local activities, 19 days long. It was established from Lillian Oppenheimer's Origami USA. Her birthday is October 24th. That's when it starts. And it ends on Japan's National Origami Day, November 11th, which is today.
Mhm.
Well, it's probably past that already in Japan. Practitioners around the country. Is it earlier or later over there? It's earlier. It's still going on. Sorry. Practitioners around the country accomplish massive artistic feats using only paper. People celebrate by folding paper, teaching classes on folding paper, giving origami as gifts of folded paper, and exhibiting their models of folded paper. Events are held on Zoom and other online platforms. So happy origami. I'm doing a cold read. I hope you know that. Today is National Origami Day. Go fold some paper, everyone. And you've got one more holiday for us, and you're going to start it off. Go ahead.
National Sunday Day. There are three apocryphal origins for this ice cream creation. I'll start with the first one.
And first of all,
18,
I want you to spell Sunday so people know because today
yes,
is Tuesday.
it's Sundae. We're going to get into why it's spelled that way here
Thank
in
you.
just a minute.
Didn't mean to
So
interrupt.
in
Go ahead.
no worries. In the town of Two Rivers, Wisconsin, George, if I'm going to say this right, Hollower
Doesn't matter.
asked his friend Edward C. Berner, the owner of a soda fountain, to top a dish of ice cream with chocolate sauce. This first Sunday cost a nickel and soared in popularity, but but was only sold on Sundays, the day of the week.
Okay, interesting. Well, the second apocryphal origin is 1899 years later in Plainfield, Illinois. First, we had Wisconsin. Now we moved to Illinois. Druggist Mr. Sontag, Sonntag, created the first Sunday, he says, after customers said, "We want something new, Mr. Sontag." I don't think he even had a first name. He named it the Sontag after himself. Well, guess what? Sontag in German means Sunday, the day of the week. And it was translated to Sunday and later spelled Sunday, as Crawford just said, Sundae. And you've got the third story.
Right. In 1892, John M. Scott, a minister and Chester Platt co-owner of a pharmacy, created the first Sunday on April 3rd, 1892, which was a Sunday in Ithaca, New York. When Platt covered dishes of ice cream with cherry syrup and candied cherries, they named the dish Cherry Sundae. The Ithaca Daily Journal newspaper had an ad for a Cherry Sundae 3 days later. By May, the Platt and Colt soda fountain also served strawberry sundaes and later chocolate sundaes.
Still spelled like the day of the week.
The week, right.
Now, in 1916, we have the Tin Roof Sundae, spelled with the AE version. Harold Dean Thayer creates his version featuring a scoop of vanilla ice cream with chocolate sauce and a scoop of chocolate ice cream with marshmallow sauce topped with peanuts. I'll take it, but you can have the peanuts, okay? I'm not allergic. They just mess with my teeth. What do you think? You want the Tin Roof Sundae? You want to share it?
No, I'm
No.
good. I can pass on the marshmallow sauce.
Okay. All right. I'll take
Way
the
too
chocolate
sweet for
syrup.
me.
Yeah,
So-
yeah. Okay.
In 2006, the Two Rivers City Council in Wisconsin enacts the resolution formally challenging the city of Ithaca, New York's claim to be the birthplace of the ice cream sundae. Who knew that ice cream with sauce on it could cause such a commotion?
Such a commotion. In 2019, in honor of National Dessert Day, the Sugar Factory Hard Rock Hotel and Casino in Atlantic City, New Jersey, offered a $99 Candy Kong, Kong sundae with an AE. It's a limited version of their King Kong sundae. It has, are you sitting down, Crawford? This is for us and a whole bunch of people we know. 24 scoops of ice cream, chocolate ganache in different colors. How could chocolate ganache be in different colors? Whipped cream, something called Nerds and Spree. I guess they're candy. Peach gummies.
There are candies.
Thank you. Mini jawbreakers, watermelon drops, gummy bears, M&Ms, and Pop Rocks. And that's not enough. Out of the top is a rainbow lollipop, a gumball machine, a candy necklace, and a cotton candy sticks. And to top it all off, a rubber ducky. And that is the limited edition $99 Candy Kong. So can you even imagine having enough people to order?
If you even ordered that and you managed to eat it, you better have good health insurance because you're going straight to the doctor because I think your insulin levels are going to be all over the map.
I think
That's a lot of sugar.
the line to the ladies' room and the men's room is going to be out the door too. Never mind, Bonnie. Okay, you've got the last one. Wrap this up for me.
Just grand. The world's most expensive sundae with an AE
Yes.
is the Golden Opulence Sundae at New York City Serendipity 3 for $1,000.
What?
Special order because it's made with Tahitian vanilla ice cream, 23 karat edible gold, and a whole lot of luxury. Per the 2000 Guinness World Records, it was the most expensive sundae in the world. The restaurant sells approximately one per month. It was created in 2005 to celebrate the eatery's 50th golden anniversary. Owner Stephen Bruce states that 48 hours advance notice is needed when requesting a sundae, since the ingredients must be flown in from different parts of the world. But the way things are going right now, you probably need a week or two's notice to get it flown in because you may not get out of the airport.
Probably be a tariff on it too. Have you ever been to Serendipity in New York? Any of their restaurants?
I have not. I've passed by them. I've
I will
walked past
tell
them,
you.
but I have not been in.
Do you know what they're famous for?
What is that?
Frozen hot chocolate. And it comes in a huge mug and it's cold. And I have had it several times. I used to live on Long Island.
Frozen hot chocolate?
Frozen hot chocolate. And it's
Isn't
just
that an oxymoron?
it's just wonderful. So let's leave it there. And I'm going to say thank you. Don't go away. Let's dance our way out of this mess. We've got origami. They didn't put an origami crane on top of the sundae.
Oh, we got to give a shout out.
Okay, let's do the shout out.
We got to do a shout out to all the veterans.
Go ahead, all the
Today's
what?
Veterans Day. All the veterans.
Yes,
Today's
yes.
Veterans Day.
Yes. Do you know any veterans you want to give a special shout out to? You're right.
Plenty. So, my father, of course, who is deceased now, but my father, Robert Sr., Byron Jones,
Yep.
Alan Benson,
Yep.
Tim G, and a whole bunch of others. I know I come from a military family and know a lot of military personnel. So shout out to everybody and thank you for your service.
Thank you for your service. I say that, you're making me cry. I had a friend who passed away, but he used to visit me here when I moved to Tennessee, and we would go to a restaurant. He'd wear his hat with his Navy veteran insignia on a little pin, and the waiters and waitresses would all come up to him and say, thank you for your service. Very special. Okay, let's bring this pipe up a little bit here, and let's, Crawford, thank you so much. You're right, Veterans Day.
It's your day.
Let's not forget that.
We're celebrating you in this special
We are
way.
celebrating you in
Party,
this special way.
shine,
Shine,
laugh and smile.
smile.
We're celebrating you in style.
So much style. A little more music. Ba, ba. Thank you to the Suno Orchestra. Crawford, you have been delightful. I hope you'll come back and do it again with me. I'm Bonnie
Will do.
B signing off. Let's say goodbye to